Huawei is a rising giant, recently surpassing Apple as the world's second largest smartphone manufacturer. Much of that business is outside North America, but it's also the world's largest seller of wireless infrastructure. And U.S. intelligence agencies and lawmakers are deeply suspicious of the company and another Chinese telecom, ZTE.
They are used for espionage. They are part of the supply chain, whether it's routers or anything else. They embed stuff in there that could be used to spy against us.
The U.S., Australia, and New Zealand have banned Huawei from building their next-generation 5G wireless networks. The biggest UK telecom is moving away from the company, but in Canada, TELUS and Bell are working with Huawei on 5G, which promises to be 10 times faster than the best speeds you can get at home to make remote surgeries possible and driverless cars safer. Huawei insists it doesn't pose a risk, and truth is, if intelligence agencies have evidence of hacking or spying using Huawei's tech, they're keeping it quiet. So as we've mentioned, this arrest comes at a pretty delicate time when negotiators are trying to find a way out of the brewing U.S.-China trade war now roiling international markets. Here's Sasha Petrusek with The View from Beijing.
The news about this arrest is just now filtering out in China, but it seems pretty clear it's touching a nerve, especially since it plays into the government's narrative that the West, and the United States in particular, only wants to keep China down. An early editorial in the tabloid Global Times accuses Washington of resorting to despicable rogue approaches to try to keep Huawei out of the world telecom market. Now, this tabloid doesn't always reflect the government's thinking, but Huawei is a respected firm. It is the biggest private company in this country, and Meng Wanzhou, the woman who was arrested, is part of China's business royalty. Her father established Huawei. The message from the government today seemed more subdued, and there's good reason why Beijing may not want this arrest to derail trade talks with the United States. These talks just restarted after the meeting between Chinese President Xi Jinping and U.S. President Donald Trump in Buenos Aires. Just today, the Chinese government announced that it is implementing immediately some of the agreements that came out of that meeting. It also predicted a smooth transition through all the other issues that are still outstanding within the 90-day period. Now, since this announcement came in the shadow of the arrest, it seems pretty clear that Beijing doesn't want that incident to affect the broader relationship. At least that's its line for now. Things could still change. Sasha Petrusek, CBC News, Beijing.